We are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australian. We are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australian.
Σαράντα πήγες δίπλο, σαράντα πήγες δίπλο. Σου φτιάξανε μια βράτα, σου φτιάξανε μια βράτα. Και παίρνεις και στολίζεσαι, και παίρνεις και στολίζεσαι. Και βρόκαλα στη στράτα, και βρόκαλα στη στράτα. Την όμορφη σου βράτα που κάνει τρίκη πλάκα. Και ποιος θα σου την πλύνει, τη βράτα σου στη λίμνη. Και ποιος θα στην απλώσει, στον ήλιο να στεγνώσει. Και ποιος θα βάλει σιρό, να σου τη σιρενώσει. Την όμορφη σου βράτα που κάνει τρίκη πλάκα.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for the Canberra Hellenic dancers.
Να πω μια λέξη στα ελληνικά μόνο έτσι, να μην ξεχνάμε τη γλώσσα μας. Είμαι συγκινημένος, είμαι πολύ χαρούμενος που είμαι σήμερα μαζί σας, που γιορτάζουμε αυτή τη γιορτή του Ελληνισμού και του Χριστιανισμού και είμαι σίγουρος ότι αυτό το πνεύμα, αυτή τη μεγάλη χαρά που έχουμε, θα την κρατήσουμε, θα την μεταφέρουμε στα παιδιά μας για να ξέρουν γιατί είναι αυτή η μέρα. Και είμαι πολύ χαρούμενος γιατί και τα δικά μου παιδιά θα είναι στην εκκλησία και θα διαβάσουν το ποίημα και θα είναι στην γιορτή με τα στεφάνια. Χρόνια πολλά σε όλους.
My name is Maria Yerakidis, and I'd like to introduce you to my sister Refugee. I am the daughter of Emmanuel and Agapi Yerakidis, who migrated from Kithira to Canberra.
That's beautiful.
Because what I would like to do, if possible, get together again, and then I can bring my granddaughter in, and she can bring her vision of what she sees.
That's interesting.
Because I know she's married in Australia, but she's Greek through and through. So I just want to see her version, what she's going to pass on to those two little kiddies that she's accumulated to, another one coming.
And she's married a Pringle. So that's very English, isn't it?
Pringle.
She's married a Pringle.
A Pringle,
Taylor
who his father was born in New Zealand, and I don't know where else.
Just be strong.
Well, now I'm going to cry.
Cry's good.
Hey.
Tears are beautiful. Isn't it?
It's fine. Yeah, the little one. My little one. That's what he asked for.
Yeah.
I've always known you to be a very kind person.
Very giving, very gracious. Very nice lady.
That's my favourite granddaughter.
That's why you're my favourite, yeah.
There you go.
I don't think I have any ill memories being with you. I think I've only heard you raise your voice once in my whole entire life.
Really? To you or to
No,
Peter?
Peter. It was never to me.
Never to you. Peter, my grandson, her brother.
Yeah.
Katina is named after her grandmother, her mother's mother. And Peter, her brother, is named after my son that died. That's my father's sister.
Oh, wow.
That's my father, my mother, that's me, and that's my grandfather.
Oh, wow.
So your grandfather on your mother's side?
My mother's father.
He's majestic, isn't he?
And then my mother's two brothers, Spiro and Jack. So Jack's on the bottom.
Half of them found work,
Now here's a Carpathian.
and they forgot the others.
No, this one here.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
That's John Cassidy.
Had pubs.
Big night tonight,
Yeah,
mate.
what is it?
The old Europa meal, collect money for the Europa meal. Yeah, a good cause.
Good cause?
Very good cause.
You've been working for this cause for a long time, yeah?
Ah, yeah, many years, yeah. Since established, yeah.
And for the club too, you've been working for the club for a long
Ah,
time?
yeah. Long time, yes.
It's all history
10 years.
behind it.
Yeah, my word, yeah. Look at it, man. Very nice, look at it. The best,
you ever
the
think-
best in the country, the best in the world, but
Did you ever think it would happen like this?
no, I never thought.
What
That
about
time we nearly lost them a few, in the beginning. Nearly.
Μας παίρνει και ταινία, βρε. Κοίτασε εκεί πέρα, σε παίρνει ταινία.
Hello. It's my brother, yeah.
So you've been involved in the community or is your brother?
Ah, my brother, bro. My brother. This is the pioneers of Canberra. We be here after cook, 48.
Cheers, με το νερό. Άντε, γι' αυτό καλό είναι. Άντε, γεια σου.
Cheers! All the best!
Καλά, cheers, cheers.
All in the Kithra. Almost, I said almost. Who was the happy one? Oh, they're all happy. Okay. That's because the camera's in their face. Very hard work. Very hard work. Oh, I think they're retired now. They've worked very hard.
Είμαι συγκινημένος, είμαι πολύ χαρούμενος που είμαι σήμερα μαζί σας.
Σε περιμένω γύρισε, μικρούλα μου, μάτια μου, άντε Δημητρούλα, τούλα, και το βρίζω, άντε την καρδούλα του να αγγίζω, άντε το μαλώνω, άντε κι ύστερα το μετανιώνω.
Nimitable, as in the history books, claimed to be the resting place of Australia's first Greek immigrant. Busloads of Greek Australians have gone to the snowy river town to celebrate the life of Giga Bulgari.
The well-worn dusty track churned as buses brought hundreds of people to the final resting place of Gikas Bulgaris. The population of the township of Nimitable more than doubling. Gikas Bulgaris came to Australia in 1825 after being convicted of piracy. He was later acquitted and settled in Cooma, where he married an Irish woman. The Australian tongue having difficulty getting around the Greek pronunciation, he became known as Giga Bulgari. His descendants spread far and wide after Giga's death in 1874. They came to Nimitable to celebrate the life of the man who has become known as the first Greek to settle in Australia. A special memorial held by his graveside, a mix of Greek and Australian custom. Residents of Nimitable keen to promote the fact the first Greek immigrant is buried there.
We're trying to rejuvenate Nimitable and put us on the map. So we want every Greek in Australia and around the world to visit us.
Family from as far away as Darwin and Rockhampton, who have never met, uniting with a common bond. Richard Burgess, Win News.
We're here to celebrate ceremony on the first Greek in Australia, that he was a Greek pirate.
Today, Canberra Hellenism honours its past. We're all going to Nimitable to honour the first Greek that came to Australia in 1825.
Hello, darling. My goodness gracious me, it's a long time, isn't it?
Today, we go to Nimitable to honour the first Greek that came to Australia. It's also a journey into the future to look at what could become of the Greek Australians 5 or 6 generations into the future.
That's just one family descent. We were slow breeders and we only had a few children.
Today, we will meet Mr. Geekis' descendants, who were assimilated into the mainstream Australian culture.
I think great-great-grandfather, yes.
Will they have any Greek roots? Will they find us as strangers, foreigners? And will our future generations find us as foreigners?
So we are about fourth generation now. Fourth generation.
Well, it's very nice to know that the first Greek in Australia has been commemorated and remembered.
And what was you wrote a book on Hellenism which documented Geekis' descents. What was your inspiration?
Well, I was in Athens and I wondered who was the first Greek in Australia. And so I did a bit of research and eventually I found out that Giga Bulgari was the first.
And how long did it take you to write the book?
Well, I've been on it for 32 years.
32 years?
Well, there are 3 volumes. He's only in the first volume.
And when was it finished?
The first volume was finished about 1992. It was published, it was launched in Sydney.
And how was it received in Australia?
Oh, there was no fighting in the streets. It sold out in the end, 5,000 copies.
And why are the Greeks of Canberra gathering at St. Nicholas Church? To honour someone that they've never met, who died over 100 years ago. During the trip, we will ask as many people as we can, what did they bring to this new country? And what do they want to pass on to their grandchildren and their future generations? Σήμερα οι Έλληνο-Αυστραλοί συγκεντρώθηκαν για να πάνε να τιμήσουν τον πρώτο Έλληνα μετανάστη της Αυστραλίας. Είναι και ένα ταξίδι στο μέλλον για μας, για να δούμε τι περιμένει τις επόμενες 5-6 γενιές. Σήμερα θα γνωρίσουμε τους απογόνους του Giga Bulgari, που αφομοιώθηκαν στην αυστραλέζικη κοινωνία. Οι απογόνοι θα έχουν ελληνικές ρίζες, θα μας βλέπουν ως ξένοι και οι γενιές στο μέλλον θα μας θεωρούν και εμάς ως ξένοι. Κατά τη διάρκεια του ταξίδιου θα ρωτήσουμε πόσους μπορούμε, τι φέρανε σε αυτή την καινούρια χώρα και τι θέλουν να δώσουν στα εγγόνια τους και τι σημαίνει η μέρα αυτή για όλους εμάς εδώ.
Καλημέρα κύριε Νίκο. Να μας πείτε πώς αισθάνεστε σήμερα.
Πολύ ευτυχής. Αισθάνομαι πολύ ευτυχής διότι είναι μια μέρα που τέλος πάντων θα δούμε πώς ξεκίνησαν και οι Έλληνες στην Αυστραλία. Με ποιες συνθήκες ήρθαν, πώς έζησαν, τους απογόνους τους και όλα.
The new ambassador designate, who will soon be the ambassador of Greece to Australia, Kyrios Stavros Venizelos, to say a few words in Greek and English.
So, 200 years ago approximately, our nation was reborn, and this is what we celebrate tonight. There was fight, blood, but finally we prevailed. The big powers of that era didn't want revolutions, they didn't like it. But our sacrifices were so big that the civil people of Europe were united with us. That's how we gained our independence. And since then, we have passed through many difficulties, through difficult times, through economic crisis. But the main message I wanted to convey to you is the message of unity. Only when we were united, we did majestic things. When we were in conflict with each other, we were down. So unity is the first message. And the second one for me is freedom. Freedom was the message of the revolution. Freedom or death, as they were sounding ours, I suppose. And this is also very important. So, ζήτω η Ελλάδα. Ζήτω η Αυστραλία. Χρόνια σας πολλά.
voice sounds very familiar. Thank you for you. Thank you. I'm part of the committee.
Thank you.
I'm welcoming the Greeks from Melbourne.
The Greeks from Melbourne?
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Two bus
You're
loads.
part of our Greek community.
Welcoming committee.
A welcoming committee. Well,
You taught me well. So the island is where? Leros. So is that as good as Vitorini?
I see you put a lot of stuff on the YouTube there. Congratulations. I mentioned to you close to 30 years ago that you are Picasso. All right? And they don't understand what Picasso is. Because they don't understand. They don't know anything. But you are one of the greatest Greeks living here.
Θα μείνει σκάδι και πληγή σαν ξημερώσεις άλλη γη. Τώρα πετώ για τη ζωή το πανηγύρι.
To see the president because the president, he promised he's going to give us a lot of euro. So that's why we got up early in the morning. So we'll be the first ones.
And I think we're going to meet the Greek Prime Minister, or President.
Where's your flag?
Well, we came here to welcome the best ever.
Είναι την νεολαία και το μέλλον της Αυστραλίας. Ελένη, μην κρύβεσαι.
President from Greece is coming and we're coming to present him.
So why are you doing it?
Sorry?
Why?
Because we've been chosen to do it. Yeah?
So it's an honour, is it?
Yeah, it is.
And what's this?
We're waiting for the President of Greece to arrive. He's the head of the country that we come from, our background.
Is he important to an Australian?
To just a plain, like, to not a Greek Australian, to a plain like
Well,
with no background. I guess.
What's your Australian? Greek Australian. Greek Australian. So what part of this Greek?
Amalia,
It's an Amalia.
Peloponnneso. That's where my papa comes from.
Excellent. Αυτό είναι το μέλλον της Αυστραλίας και ιδιαίτερα για μας, τους μετανάστες.
So as a grandfather, is this important?
Grandfather, of course, είναι very important. Γιατί το μέλλον της Αυστραλίας εξαρτάται από τα εγγόνια και τις μεταγενέστερες γενναίες που θα διατηρήσουν την ελληνική κουλτούρα, τα ελληνικά έθιμα και ήθη και γι' αυτό είμαστε εδώ πέρα να υποδεχτούμε τον πρόεδρο του ελληνικού κράτους.
My son is third generation Greek. My parents were born in Peloponneso. My husband's from Larissa. And this is his mother from Greece. He's just arrived, she's visiting us. I was actually born in Brazil, but I arrived in Australia when I was 11. And my son, as I said, is third generation Greek and very proud to be a Greek, part of the Greek culture and language. Heritage.
It is. And she's wearing my costume that I was given when I was 3 years old from Greece.
Belong to your mum.
It was my mom's.
Είμαστε Έλληνες και η Ελλάδα ποτέ δεν πεθαίνει.
important.
Of course.
Of course it is important. Very important. Great men.
It's a very important day for us because an important piece of our country is coming here to meet us.
Σήμερα δεν είμαστε μόνο υπερήφανοι που ήρθε και ο πρόεδρος μας. Ήρθε με την Ολυμπιακή μας, τη δικιά μας εταιρεία. In Canberra. Λοιπόν, η Ελλάδα έφτασε σήμερα.
Στις υπηρεσίες στην υπόθεση του Κυπριακού θα προσφέρει η Αυστραλία, όπως διαβεβαίωσε ο Ομοσπονδιακός Πρωθυπουργός Τζον Χάουαρντ τον Κωνσταντίνο Στεφανόπουλο. Στην Καμπέρα, ο πρόεδρος της Δημοκρατίας βρέθηκε να συζητά το καυτό θέμα της κοινωνικής ασφάλισης των χιλιάδων ομογενών που ζουν στην Αυστραλία, ένα ζήτημα που θα τεθεί στο τραπέζι των διαπραγματεύσεων μεταξύ των δύο κυβερνήσεων.
Η ιδιαίτερα θερμή υποδοχή της ελληνικής αποστολής στην πρωτεύουσα της Αυστραλίας, στην Καμπέρα, ήταν μόνον η αρχή των ουσιαστικών συνομιλιών του Προέδρου της Δημοκρατίας με την Αυστραλιανή ηγεσία. Η επανέναρξη των συνομιλιών για το επίμαχο θέμα των κοινωνικών ασφαλίσεων που αφορά συνταξιοδοτικά θέματα χιλιάδων ομογενών. Η συμφωνία δικαστικής συνδρομής, αλλά και η αμέριστη υποστήριξη της Αυστραλιανής ηγεσίας.
Hello. You look wonderful. Very nice to see you. You both live here in Canberra? Yeah.
Έτσι, μπράβο Μανώλη. Welcome to Australia. Australia, Canberra. Very nice. You took a shot of the flare? Yeah, we'll see.
Καλώς σας βρήκαμε. Γεια σας.
Έλα ρε Μανώλη, βγάλε κανιά φωτογραφία.
That was very good. Well done. The only thing I missed out on getting a photograph of my daughter giving the flowers.
Και μας έδωσε την Ελλάδα πάλι εδώ πέρα στην Αυστραλία. Τον ευχαριστούμε που ήρθε.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President and I
First of all, thank you very much for coming to join today the Divine Liturgy with us and to celebrate with us a great saint of our church, Saint Nicholas. Regarding your question, what we have to offer to youth, to the young generation, personally I don't have to offer something, but the only thing that I can do is to take them from their hands and to lead them here. Here is the center. Christ is the center. We don't preach ourselves, we don't preach our life, but we preach the gospel. And the gospel is the real, is the truth. The gospel is a way of life. So if you ask me what I have to offer to the young generation, I have to say that Christ is a source of power. I know that sometimes in our life we might face difficulties, trials, tribulations. If we don't have Christ in our life, it's very difficult to cope all these difficult times in the life. So I'm asking all the young people, the new generation, to embrace Christ, not only to meet Christ, but to put Christ in their heart. This is my message.
What if their hearts are blocked?
Well, in that case, we have a great responsibility. You, me, as their Archbishop and spiritual father, the priests, their parents, their fathers, their friends, their relatives, they have a great responsibility to work and to approach them in a very sensitive way, not to teach them or to say words, but to try to approach them first of all with the language of love and to teach them with their example and their life. It's the only way.
And that applies to their mothers, which they're going with their fathers. It seems to me that many of them have hearts that are blocked and they're not having time for their children.
Other people that are around, when in the church we talk about charity, we don't mean always about money, giving money, but we're talking about giving time, giving our concern, giving our part of our life and our heart for these people that they are in need, for our neighbors.
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Irvestimimeni levendes palikaria, rikosiena santi panikateliotaria, idoxasas fatisi, olitinikumeni, ke mufisas miazi sanane ayasmeni.
Συμμεριωτάζει πάλι η ελευθερία, συμμεριωτάζει πάλι η Παναγιά. Σε βουνά και κάμπους, πόλεις και χωριά, αντίχουν σλάβια για την ελευθερία.
Περήφανος αισθάνομαι βαθιά μες στην καρδιά μου για την έντοσκη ιστορία μου και την κληρονομιά μου που άφησαν για πάντοτε Έλληνες προγόνοι μου, δοξάζοντας τη χώρα μου, το έθνος, τη φυλή μου.
Ποια είναι αυτή η περήφανη, η κόρη βατραχτή, το φως σκοπίζει, βίαιο της και σαν τον ήλιο λάμπει.
Τάζει και η πατρίδα μας μαζί με τα παιδιά της, γιατί ελευθερώθηκε απ' την πικρή σκλαβιά της.
Είναι η Ελλάδα η χώρα μας που μέσα στους αιώνες πάντα τη στεφανούνε θάματα και αγώνες.
Τι είναι σήμερα, γιορτάζει η Εκκλησία γιατί τον κρίνο ο Γαβριήλ πρόσφερε στη Μαρία.
So what does it mean?
So it's supposed to answer like a question from the other poem. So it's a two-part poem.
1921 War of Independence, which began 201 years ago on the 25th of March. A historic moment for our freedoms, for our liberties, so that we could live as a free people in the greatest country in the world here in Australia today. Ladies and gentlemen, the birth of the Greek flag, if we look at it, with the blue representing the sky and the white representing the sea, with the Orthodox cross in the left corner, and the 9 stripes, the syllables representing Eleftheria ή Thanatos.
Zito to ethnos, Zito to Canberra. Yes, I'm an Australian Greek, and I'm proud to call Canberra home. This video that I'm working on here is the first baby step, the first little step towards marketing ourselves, the Canberra Greek community, to Australia and to the rest of the world. But first, we must market to the Canberra Greek community. First, we have to give ourselves a new image. First, we have to build on what's already been established and take it the next step further. It's time to work together for the future. It's time to pull together. It's time to show unity. Though this video will look at our past achievements, it will be very much directed at the future, our youth and their children. Though we will honour 5,000 years of cultural history developed in Greece and other places, I plan to concentrate on how Hellenism has taken root in Canberra, and it'll be very much directed to the next 100 years. That's 3 to 4 generations away. I believe Canberra Hellenism is different to Hellenism developed in other places of the world, as it has an Australian flavour, specifically a Canberra flavour. The first video will be directed to the Canberra Greek community, and it will tell the story over the last 12 months leading up to the book launch in September. It will acknowledge the achievements of the community, individuals, both the super achievers and the so-called little people, groups and businesses. The first video will not represent views of the official Greek community, though of course they will be included. It will be my own personal view, from the heart. The mission is to bring everybody together. In one word, unity. I hope it will motivate and inspire people, especially the young people, to get involved in making their contribution. I'm not interested in politics in any shape or form. All I'm interested in is in capturing a positive image of Greek people here in Canberra and surrounding areas, what they have achieved individually and by working together. Essentially, it is an image-building campaign, and I hope unique in the world today. The first stage of this marketing campaign has been made possible by the financial support of Tom and Tim F. Kapitas, Michael Leonis, Kontsilias, Michael Kuporitsis, Philip Christolouvan, the Chief Minister, Kate Carnell. But I need to get the support of more people, especially those that have the vision of what could be achieved. Hopefully I'll get the support of some of the old ShopRite members, as I want to do to the Canberra Greek community what we did with ShopRite supermarkets, which was to build their image from 5 corner store operators to the mighty ShopRite chain, unique to Canberra. I'll also approach the Hellenic Club, the Arts Council of Australia, SBS, and anyone else who wants to be involved in promoting a unique form of Hellenism to the world. Thank you very much.
I think the challenge was, I know the song, I know how it should sound, but how do I get two bouzoukis to work in harmony with this? Like the challenge, because I was still learning how to play. I'm still learning my instrument and learning scales and harmonies, and the challenge was, this actually sounds good. And I've worked out the harmonies, and I may not have really felt proud at the time, but after some time looking back now, it's like I'm glad I did that. I'm Con Valanis. I was born in Canberra, 1979. I was brave in those years. I don't know where I found the courage or bravery to step up and do that.
So where did it come from?
Maybe just youth, just innocence, or where do I start? Yeah, because I've watched the video a few times of me playing, and I think I look back and think I did okay.
You did well.
For going home to recording songs for you and for the production and getting it done and delivering and then backing it up with a performance. It's I don't think I was nowhere near as conscious as I am now. I just had to do it. There was a task in front of me and I had to do it. And because I was learning how to play the instrument, and it's like something drove me to do it. Like, okay, Canberra's a small place. Grew up in Canberra, quite isolated, and just trying to find my place in the world. Developed some skill for, I guess, storytelling, video editing, and shooting for early on. I worked in TV news for a while, and then found myself working for the government department doing communications, like internal and external, but at the same time still wondering, I guess always in pursuit of meaning and purpose. And so recently bumping into Emmanuel at the Hellenic Club and made me realise how disconnected I have been from the Greek community in Canberra specifically. I've just never really found a strong, I guess, connection or reason to participate in things Greek in Canberra, because I've either undermined it or just overlooked it in favour of Sydney and Melbourne, where I have established a lot of contacts, especially through the music scene. So I found myself travelling to Melbourne and Sydney to find my Greek people and my Greek fix and my outlet, which was bouzouki. I've dabbled with the Canberra band over the years, on and off, but like I said, just this recent meeting with Emmanuel just got me thinking differently, a different perspective on and what Emmanuel does for Canberra Greeks, and that he's been documenting the community for decades. And in my recent, I guess, search for more meaning and purpose and either ways to contribute, I'm looking at this as, hey, maybe it's time I put my skills to use in this environment. So that's the idea that I had, and I've had for a week or two now. It's just I would love to participate in documenting the way that Canberra Greeks come together and maintain their connection and I guess what they've achieved in this really small city, because we have a beautiful, successful club that I guess everybody's contributed to over the years, and that's, I guess, a symbol of how such a few Greeks can come together and prosper together. That little connection is what I felt being at the club the other Monday. I haven't been that excited about Greek things in Canberra for a long time, but I was excited about that for some reason. Like the Hellenic Club is doing its own Greek week. Here's the program. Kefi Band is playing on Monday night with some dancers. Come along. And like, I will go to that. I felt like it was time to just go back in, and I bumped into people I hadn't seen for a long time. I didn't realise the keyboard player in the band, his mother taught me to play piano. And it was a 13 or 14-year-old. And I'm sitting there looking at the keyboard player, looking at him, and I know this kid. He used to be the kid that ran around the house causing trouble when I was trying to learn. And then his mum's got to be here somewhere. Started scanning the room, and there's Vula and Jim. I went up to Vula, tapped on the shoulder. It took her about 5 seconds to recognise me, and she screamed when she did. Gave me a hug, and I'm still here. Yeah. Beautiful. Hello again. Yeah. But amazing about that was, I went there for piano lessons, but underneath the piano, there was her father's buzuki out of its case, just resting on the floor. And I told Vula every time I came over, I would look under the piano and look at this buzuki, which was a 6-string buzuki, the older tuning, which was what I play now. And I was always eager to either pick it up or just to hold a buzuki, because that was like a Greek instrument. I'm here to learn a piano, but that thing there is Greek, and it's
calling.
I want more about that.
Pick me up.
So I did 5 years of piano, and then I tipped into Greek music. I bought a baglama, which is the small accompanying version of a buzuki, and then a year later I bought a full-blown buzuki, and then I was in. I've got very little footage of me in those, hardly any. I've got some photos of me growing up, but actual footage is probably band footage. There's no home video of us really doing anything. And that, me playing at the grave, like, I must have been, 18 or something? 17, 18? I don't kind of know that guy anymore. Yeah. I could connect it with you could play this and then connect it to a song in the same key and a different rhythm, like a more of a faster, like a hasaposervico rhythm, like a dancier rhythm. As it sounds good. Like, I'm actually pleased with my ability. It wasn't one take, it was several takes. And I tried to, from memory, I gave it space because I wasn't sure what parts you were going to use, so I tried to play it in a way that gave you options, rather than just a full-on 100% track with no gaps. So I think I may have given you like the slow parts, and there's the actual body of the song. I will listen to the original recording, I'll mimic what happens there, but I will apply my own creativity to it as well. And that's where the heart comes out too, because I assume everybody knows the song, and I'll play it once through faithfully, and then the second time around I'll embellish it, and then I'll embellish it again. So it goes through this process of your own interpretation of it.
So in one night you'll play 3 times, or as you're developing the song?
As we're going through the song, I'll introduce it as the way I think people know it, and then I'll just continually find things to add around the singer or around other instruments that are playing. So we're not just filling the air with notes. It's just I look at the dynamics, when to come in, when to not play. So maybe that also feeds into people's feedback of me, because I just seem to have this intuition or ability to just know what to play where to elevate the song and to I guess the dynamics. So taking that feedback and appreciating it, and then using that to observe other musicians in the world is sort of given me that confidence. Like, I'm actually I have a really good intuition for this sort of stuff. I just know instinctively how things should blend. I'm not just Con, the buzuki player that practices 3 hours a day and studies and tries to be a technical wizard or anything. It's just like, no, I know I've got a knack for how things should sound. That gets people to connect. Yeah.
Beautiful.
I applaud you for doing that. That's like, I think there was a time there where I knew of you on YouTube, and then there may have been not much up there, but then recently it's just been exploding with, okay, it's actually great that he's doing that. because it'd be lost. So I know, being a shooter and editor, like it's fun. It's the ultimate, being in the present moment, being behind the camera and capturing, and then going back to a bit of effort to edit into something, because you don't always have the ideas when you sit down. It could happen tonight, 2 a.m. I don't see it yet, I'll come back tomorrow. And then when you get it done, it's a huge relief. Published, done. And then the archiving gets put off because you're out on the next job and doing it again. And the archive is just building and building. I know, it's exactly what I experience at work. So
you can't put it onto YouTube, can you?
Yeah, well, an approved version of what we do, and then the along with a cleared, say, compile, gets uploaded to an online catalogue for the media to download, and then we publish the social media version. Yeah, it does, given the feedback I get. It's always been uncomfortable receiving compliments. Like,
so how do you feel about that?
Yeah, I used to have resistance to compliments, like, oh, come on, like, I'm not that great, because I would get comments and feedback like, oh, you're such an amazing bouzouki player, like you're one of Australia's best. And I know Australia's best, like as in technical ability and exposure and what they've achieved and where they've performed in life, versus Con from Canberra, who, and there is that self-doubt, and you know, I undermine myself. I don't think I've achieved a lot, but I only recently just accepted that, hey, I actually know what I'm doing. I know how I approach music, my approach to music, and I know I'm confident in that. I've made that connection now with why people are moved with the way that I play versus other people. So it was an aha moment, which is late in the piece, but it has arrived. It's arrived, and I'm not that uncomfortable with feedback or compliments now. I thank people for their comments, and I hope you enjoyed the evening, and I'll look forward to next time we play, and hopefully you can come out and we can create some more memories, is what I sort of promote, which has kind of steered me to places like Sydney and Melbourne, these small music bar, like boutique-y kind of smaller gigs where it's either for 50 people or 50 to 80 people I think is the sweet spot for acoustic Greek music.
So
yeah, especially because I play a lot of rebetika, which is they kind of, you know, all established in the 1930s, 40s, 50s, and there's always been, like, rebetiko hasn't always been popular in Greece. It goes through waves, but in Greece there's lots of younger people now embracing it, and you know, keeping rebetiko alive, but also you know, there's a progressive element to it as well, where they take old songs and modernize them with just new arrangements, or yeah, more of a progressive interpretation of old songs, but they're still there. And yeah, that's what I strive for, I guess, because that makes me, I guess, a purist. I hear a sound from the 30s or 40s and the arrangements, and I will stay true to that, because if I'm to be a bouzouki player, then bouzouki was really prominent in the 30s and 40s and 50s in that era, whereas now it's just an add-on to popular Greek music. I've floated with the band because I've started communication again with Stratos, the band manager, and they might look at doing things with me this year. I might float, because I don't know what direction they're heading in terms of just providing entertainment for Greeks, but like, do you want to do something in the beginning of a show, like some instrumental pieces, because we do want to good to open the show with some instrumentals, but something like this, like Waltzing Matilda, into a like then straight into a Greek track in the same key, and it's like I see that working. So,
and maybe it goes from that into the Canberra thing, picking up a couple and then into the Greek or vice versa.
Yeah.
And I think people go, wow, well, this is good. Oh. Ready for a good night, you know.
Yeah, but if you find it sinister to me, I feel the lyrics there really rang a distant bell, but the music. So really, bouzouki's been the only thing that's been constant through my late teens up until now is, okay, well at least I've got this bouzouki to connect me with Greeks. I might not understand what it means to be a fluent, connected Greek, but it gets me in to the environment where I like hearing Greek music and the generosity and warmth and philotimo that Greeks experience. So I like being in it, and a bouzouki is my sort of seat at the table, if you like. So now it's okay, and that's why I guess I like shooting and editing, because there is that performance element to it. So I'm not shy with a camera. It's like, well, I want to get the best out of these stuff. I want to get the best out of what's happening in Canberra. So I guess I'm looking for some involvement in either, what you're doing. You're continuing to, apparently, apart from being excluded from establishments and things, but there are events that will go on that you will probably still be a part of and shoot. And I'm like, hey, I would love to come along with you and be part of it and just get in that way. And the other thing was, well, where are the Greeks in Canberra? What do we do? What is the Greek scene in Canberra, apart from the Hellenic Club and the church and little events that happen? And then there's you, who you're there documenting it, and we have similar skills. It's like, okay, that's sort of, I could devote some time there to cover events and to promote the things that happen. Is where I see my involvement. It's like happy to be involved in coverage and events and promotion and but I haven't been involved at all with the history of first Greeks and the community like you have. That's very, very deep, and that takes decades. Like everyone knows Emmanuel Stefano. Like in the Greek community, it's like, he's Emmanuel, he's here to film. Whereas I would be like, people may know of me from playing bouzouki from time to time, but I'm generally out of sight. I don't mix with Greeks. I do my own thing. And especially like the last 3 to 5 years, I've established quite a life away from Canberra Greeks. So it's like, okay, if I'm going to be here for another little while, which I probably will be, it's like, well, I don't mind getting involved outside of the band. It's like, let's get to know Greeks in a way that's not just showing up and performing for them. It's talking to Greeks. What's your history? What brought you to Canberra? How did you prosper like this? You've done a remarkable thing here, and it's great. Like business owners or not just the rich rich Greeks, but it's like ordinary Greeks as well. It's like how do you find living and raising kids in Canberra? Like how passionate and strongly do you feel about being Greek? What does it mean to you? Like, do your kids speak Greek? Do you listen to Greek music? So I guess maybe the motivation there is coming from my lack of, it's lacking something in me, so I'm curious. Like I went to Greek school for 5 years and I didn't speak Greek at home. So my only connection was, I was told to go there, but
this is when you were really young.
Yeah, I was in primary school. So really, bouzouki's been the only thing that's been constant through my late teens up until now is, okay, well at least I've got this bouzouki to connect me with Greeks. I might not understand what it means to be a fluent, connected Greek, but it gets me in to the environment where I like hearing Greek music and the generosity and warmth and philotimo that Greeks experience. So I like being in it, and a bouzouki is my sort of seat at the table, if you like. So now it's okay, you know, and that's why I guess I like shooting and editing, because there is that performance element to it. So I'm not shy with a camera. It's like, well, I want to get the best out of these stuff. I want to get the best out of what's happening in Canberra. So I guess I'm looking for some involvement in either, you know, what you're doing. You're continuing to, apparently, apart from being excluded from establishments and things, but there are events that will go on that you will probably still be a part of and shoot. And I'm like, hey, I would love to come along with you and be part of it and just get in that way.
Welcome to the 1991 Refugee on board. Καλησπέρας σας.
Bravo. Excellent. Yes, this is your son, is it? Yes, that's the best boy. He's going to be paid for it.
Paid for, ladies and gentlemen.
Migrant presents.
You and your camera are always welcome in our office, in the Molonglo Group office. You've recorded our history, you've recorded Canberra's history, you've recorded memories for myself and my family, and I think that's excellent. It's beautiful. And what about New Acton? Oh, and New Acton.
Remember New Acton?
Yeah, I remember New Acton.
And what about the Melbourne building, or the Melbourne building?
Yeah, the Melbourne building, the Volcano Markets.
Because that's when you actually faced the camera, wasn't it? The first time, full on.
My wedding. My kids.
How's the wedding go?
Oh, it's good.
It's been good?
Yeah, it's
Your kids too?
Yeah, they're growing up.
Yeah. How many kids you got now?
3. So, Calypso's
You're doing
the
well,
contemporary
aren't you?
dancer. Yeah, she's nearly 16 now.
3.
She'll be at uni soon. So I've got to look forward to that.
Welcome to the 1991 Refugee on board. Καλησπέρας σας.
Bravo.
It's got to be red. Okay. Just looking and seeing what's going on here.
for the presentation.
Don't need the police to try to save them, your voice will cease. So please, stay off my back, or I will attack, and you don't want that.
It's the old page boy.
Well, I think about 4 minutes and we'll be dancing. Well, I haven't been on TV for a very long time, and the person who's been taking this film has impressed me. Thanks.
Don't forget how you're going to hold that. Don't forget.
Well, this is the advertising of a Hemba Dipping Ball. I'm sure nearly everyone at the seats have it. That's very certain. So, just keep on filming me when I'm doing the Dipping dance. 1991.
4 minutes, 3 minutes or something. 3 minutes to go and we're out, and John and Love are tripping us over. We're going to make this today.
No. Thank you for putting up with me. Yes, I know I've been a nightmare over the past few weeks. And you are the love of my life. My best friend. And now my husband. Oh, I'm going to cry.
And then, who should come flying in?
The old stuff!
Who should come flying in?
Who's the man? Who's the man?
So what I want to do now is use the camera and we'll go in and I want you to say your name and your roots, okay?
Elitsa.
Cosmas Stefano.
Kirdi.
Panagiotis Stefano.
The Ecumenical Patriarchate loves all people. The Greek Orthodox Archdiocese loves all people. And we look forward to all cultures coming into God's home and praying together. May God bless you all. Enjoy, have a good time. And I'm glad we are recording. God bless you. God bless you, my friend.
This is the Greek Herald.
What's the Greek Herald?
The Greek Herald is a 96-year-old Greek-Australian newspaper distributed nationally. We print in the Greek language and our online platform is all in English. We have a great following and we continue to grow and work with the community. That's our aim.
And what are you doing here?
What are we doing here? We're covering this wonderful event for Greek Day Canberra. We've been invited to showcase what ACT is capable of in the Greek community and also to the wider multicultural community.
And are you based in Sydney or are you based in Canberra?
We are based in Sydney. We have correspondents in Melbourne, Adelaide, Canberra.
And how does Canberra compare?
Oh, class, all class, league of their own. One of our favourites.
Were you just saying that? Or?
No, really, we were actually saying it earlier with Adriana, yeah.
Who's too afraid to talk?
Who is too afraid to talk? Yeah, a bit camera shy. She prefers to be on the other side of the lens.
She's a photographer.
She's the journalist, yeah.
So she's not a journalist.
She's a journalist, yes.
Well, she can't talk.
She can. She's the behind the scenes. Yeah.
So what do you think of St. Nicholas?
Lovely.
What's lovely about it?
I love it. Beautiful church, beautiful community, beautiful people.
It's glistening, isn't it?
It is.
What have I picked up today? There's actually, there's a lot of non-Greeks here, which is really lovely to see. A lot of families have come down for just a family day out and experience a bit of the Greek culture, Greek food, Greek festivities. So it's really lovely to see non-Greeks, attending such days, because that's what it's about. It's about being inclusive in the community across not just the Greeks, but everybody. I think that's been one of the and also so many kids. That's always great to see. Yeah. See them dancing. Yeah, they all joined in. It was great. It was great. Yeah, it was good.
To get things rolling for us first, I'm going to call upon the Canberra Hellenic dancers who are going to entertain us with at least 6 dancers. So get on your feet if you want to dance with them. Ladies and gentlemen, the Canberra Hellenic dancers.
What time do you start?
Probably about 8 o'clock. But I think we set up last night. We're all organised, so ready for the masses when they come in.
When they come in?
We've got Dennis, of course, we've got Dennis here, Tulkis, Theo Scumbato, supporting the Greek community. Good on you, Dennis. Get an apron, get an apron. I got a halloumi and a slap. Once they get hungry, they don't care about us.
Do you get hungry?
Always. We haven't got time to get hungry, Manuel.
Good to see the next generation coming on.
Oh, it's fantastic. The next generation is amazing. This one here, she's in the public service, works on weekends, and I'm going to get her working for me eventually.
And even the boys?
Oh, everywhere.
The
soccer boys here, Leo over there with the gangsters.
Here, we've got everyone here.
We've got Harry doing sublas. Machine, αυτός κάει και όλη μέρα, kill himself.
That's cool, isn't it?
Some cute.
45 miles long. So you enjoying today?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah? What are you enjoying about it?
The food.
Food.
Yeah.
You had any food?
Yep.
Yeah, good.
Had a souvlaki.
Souvlaki?
Lovely.
Lovely?
Yeah.
What about the girls? Do they like the souvlaki?
Yeah, the souvlaki was great.
What about the look of mothers? Have you tried the look of mothers?
Not yet, but we will.
If I had to pick a superstar in this group, it's this one here.
That's our superstar.
He's superstar.
I don't know about the superstar.
Can
So
he
they
talk?
say I think it's a lie.
This guy, this is our superstar. Don't look at Leo. Leo's like the Kim Kardashian of our group. Of course, can't they?
How long have you been doing this?
In general,
Yeah.
25, 26 years.
Why?
Too long. Why? I tell myself that sometimes. It's distilled from my dad. Generation to generation, it just keeps happening. And now it's second nature.
So Dad's still doing?
No, Dad passed away unfortunately this year, so it's just passed down. Yeah.
It's a little more special, isn't it?
It is a little bit this year. Multicultural do it. We do it for the club too because we love Canberra Olympic.
Where is he selling it?
So it's good.
Where are you selling it?
At the front.
Right.
So literally where we are.
We go to the front.
To the front?
Because I'm getting hungry just looking at it.
It's beautiful, isn't it? So how long are your dad doing it for?
Oh wow, I don't even remember. He came to Australia. I was born. I reckon I think from 6 years old it was whole lambs, it was koto sugli. Just kept going and going and going.
Were you helping out?
Helping out from 6 years old. Every Easter, every Christmas, birthdays, and then when I was 11 I played for Canberra Olympic, and then it was multicultural festivals. I was in the committee for a while, and now we just keep doing it. We support the community, and now it's second nature. And like I said, every time there's an event, you come and do it, you help out, it's perfect. It's good, get to see friends, enjoy it, it's beautiful. What more can you ask for?
Really special.
It's beautiful, it is great.
Of the great
You know, been here since 7:30. I love it. What else are you going to do on a Sunday? It's great that the Greek community put this on, and you know it helps all the Greek communities out, and it's just fantastic. You know, Greek music and lamb. What else do you want? Good, thanks, Emmanuel.
Go back to Emmanuel so far that you guys weren't born when it was happening.
How's today been?
It's been a good day actually, a sensational day. Probably a bigger turnout than what we expected. There's been over, I think they were saying over 5,000 people have come around. So there was over 14,000 hits on the website that were saying they were going to come. So, but the line has not stopped. It's been 20, 30 deep all day. So it's been really good. It's been 40 and 50 at one stage. It just hasn't stopped. We just have been rolling it through the whole day. Yeah, who's training up? Petros is Andrew Sanchez, the current president of the Hellenic Club. That's his nephew. Yeah. So the funny thing is here, me and Petros' uncle served as vice presidents of the club. Then Andrew became president, and I became president, and now I'm here cooking souvlaki for the community. Well, have been for the last 5 years, which is great. Just community involvement, that's all it is. The club is part of it too, has been a strong part of the whole lot, so all the way. I taught you everything you know, didn't I?
Probably.
Yeah.
Except for the halloumi making.
Except for the halloumi making. That comes natural being a Cypriot.
This is yet to come. So pass on these videos to all your friends and family. And don't forget our YouTube channel.
Silva Barros, Silva Gato, Deixa quando pagar
beautiful day. The Greeks know how to turn it on, don't they? Greek Day, I love it. It's Greek Day every day.
What about
Lukumadas to Canberra? My mother used to make them. They were absolutely beautiful. These look just as good.
Did your mother help out at the Greek community Lukumadas?
All the time.
Why? Because I love them. I love them to help the people. I love to see you. I love to see everybody.
Hello. From 7 o'clock in the morning till 11 and 12 o'clock. For 3 days. The same. Yeah, and tomorrow 6.
When we were growing up, our kids used to call them, look at your mothers. That's how I remembered, look at your mothers. And when we had curambietas, they called them coloured umbrellas. Coloured umbrellas. That's what happens when your kids are not Greek, you see. She used to live here at the Greek. But they closed it now.
She's still here.
She's gone to heaven.
Yeah, she's still there.
Where all good Greek people go.
You've been doing this?
Yeah, many years.
Who's little you?
Pista.
Excuse me, what are you doing with those?
Delivering them. Look at my thing.
How come? Don't tell me you're volunteering.
Always.
We play tabali with this or not? Whoa!
Okay, tell me about Lukumadas.
Look at this, beautiful, fresh out of the oil, not the oven, fresh out of the oil. I like it with honey. I like it with cinnamon. Oh, Philip. Philippas or Kalithros.
Philip what?
Philip the Greek.
Philip Macedonia.
No, Philip was king of Macedonia. His son was Alexander the Great. You knew that, didn't you?
Was he Greek? Or was he Macedonian?
Allegedly. Allegedly Greek.
Well, it's a Greek festival, a Greek day.
Church, yeah, I can chant for the church.
Thank you. That's the best. Good as that. How good is that? Look at the way they're beating it up.
You got to say, the secret to a good Lukumada is.
Okay.
And
is.
No, not is. The secret.
The secret.
Yep.
To a good mother.
To a good Lukumada.
Good looking mother.
Okay.
Is water, yeast, salt, and vinegar. This is the best, huh?
You guys working hard.
Yeah.
And the different generations, it's beautiful to see.
Yeah, I think it's important to come.
So, who taught you about how to do this?
So when I used to come for Greek dancing at the Multicultural Festival, my yigas or my theas would be here. You'd wait in line and then they'd be working hard away behind the store and you'd get the mothers, and it was always just an experience to see them behind the scenes doing what they wanted to do and just keeping it going.
Very special, isn't it?
It is very special, and I hope the tradition keeps going and the new generation continues to do these types of festivals.
Well, you are.
Well,
You're
yes,
doing
but
it.
after me, I hope they keep doing it.
Oh, just need to help out, clean up, make sure the girls are all happy, and make sure they've got everything they need as we are making our customers happy, you know? Just living the dream out here.
Are they doing a good job?
They're doing alright, you know? Teamwork makes the dream work, as they say.
So how long have you been doing this?
Oh, a few years, helping out. When I was younger, we've all grown up around here helping out. What name? Can't complain.
Who were you helping out?
Helping out the Greek community, the Greek church, we've got a Greek singer coming on. Not bad, not a bad way to spend the Sunday.
What about, again?
Oh my God!
And what about your mother? Was she doing this too?
Yeah, mother's here, father's here, we're all here. All helping out, all loving life.
Oh, you've given it? Sorry.
Well done, guys. It's beautiful to see. So what did you think?
Oh, they're beautiful. Really. Magical.
Magical. Did you hear that, guys? Magical. We got magical here. Very special day, isn't it?
Of course it is. Always a special day when you celebrate your culture.
Today is a very special day.
It is. It is.
How come he's got Greek? Is it Ferrari, is it?
Yep.
He's not Greek.
No, he's Greek.
He's Greek?
He just likes Italian cars.
He's Italian.
The Greeks don't make cars. They just drive them.
They just love them.
That's right.
They buy them and drive them down.
Beautiful.
Well, that's it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this video. What's today? Today's
Greek Day.
Yeah. What's Greek Day?
Greek festival.
Ah. And what do we do?
We celebrate Jesus.
It's beautiful. Thanks, guys. If you enjoyed this video, pass it on. Share it with your family and friends. The first of the Golden Greek Moments from the 2022 Canberra Greek Day. They're short, but they're full of heart. What are the next generation up to? Yes, the community's in good hands.
Can you say look mothers?
Look at mothers. Look at mothers.
Very good. Okay, get it. This is flour for Lukumatis. That's my Egonas, my grandson, right? Helping me.
Hey! Yes, that's how you going.
So who's going to talk? Who's going to talk to me?
I'll talk.
Okay, talk. What's happening?
Nothing, we're cooking lamb souvlaki. We ordered 4,500. We know we're going to sell out, so, you know, because we're Greek and all that. You know, $2, you know, you want drink, come. We'll serve you, treat you like family. Treat you like family. It's all good. Lamb souvlaki here. Where's the lemon?
And who do you represent?
The Hellenic Youth Club.
What's the Hellenic Youth Club?
Hellenic Youth Club is a bunch of us teenagers and a little bit of us older who want to give back to the Greek community.
We want to bring the youth of Greece back to the Greek community. Show them the culture, bring them in, get them to meet each other.
Exactly.
What have we got here?
Sorry, there.
Ποιος θα σου την
Because I love the Greek community. Yeah, I'll do it any day. No, it's always fun. Yeah, I love doing this.
Bloody delicious. Scrumptious.
I love the Greek community and I want to help.
It's going very well. There's 200,000 people over 3 days. There's people as far as I can see, Emmanuel. I think it's been a great success.
I came from the dream time, from the dusty red soil plains. I am the ancient heart, the keeper of the flame. I stood upon the rocky shores, I watched the tall ships come. For 40,000 years I've been the first Australian. I came upon the prison ship, bowed down by iron chains. I fought the land, endured the lash, and waited
dusty track
for
churn as
the
buses
rains.
brought hundreds of people
I'm
to
a
the final
settler.
resting place of
I'm a
Jikas
farmer's
Bulgaris.
wife on
The
a
population of the
dry and
township of
barren
Nimerville
run.
more than doubling. Jikas
A
Bulgaris came
convict,
to Australia in
then a free
1825 after
I
being convicted of
became
piracy. He was
Australian.
later acquitted and settled in Cooma, where he married an Irish woman. The Australian tongue having difficulty getting around the Greek pronunciation, he became known as Jigga Bulgari. His descendants spread far and wide after Jigga's death in 1874. They came to Nimerville to celebrate the life of the man who has become known as the first Greek to settle in Australia.
Child of the Depression, I saw the good times come. I'm a bushy, I'm a backer, I am Australian. We are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We'll share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australian.
I'm a teller of stories, I'm a singer of songs. I am Albert Namatjira, and I paint with ghostly guns. I'm Clancy on his horse, I'm Ned Kelly on the run. I'm the one who waltzed Matilda, I am Australia.
Yeah. 4,000. No. 4,000. 4,000. 3 days. 4,000. Is that a lot? How many times have you been to the bin? Plenty of time. So you enjoying today? Yeah. What's the best part about today?
Making the food.
Sorry?
Making the food.
And what were you making?
We are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We'll share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australian. We are one, but we are many, and from all the lands on earth we come. We'll share a dream and sing with one voice. I am, you are, we are Australian. I am, you are.
We are Australia.
Again! 1, 2, 3! Well, in summing up, it's been a long journey, but in summing up, it's about belonging, wanting to belong. In our case, belonging to culture, belonging to community, wanting to belong. Belonging to place, which is Canberra, of course.
Particularly here, they support each other very well. They got together with the Australian people here. I think we pretty much become Australians. You know, we come here very young. I come here only 16 and a half.
16 and a half?
Yeah. And I'm bloody old man now.
You're not even a teenager, or just a teenager.
Yeah. Recycle youth.
And belonging to country, to land.
It's beautiful. A lot of people, they go overseas for a tour. They haven't got an idea of the beauty of this country. They haven't got a bloody idea of this country. I really mean it. There's so much beauty you can see around, which is beyond any comprehension. And everybody goes overseas. Why? Discover your country first, and then you go overseas.
And of course, it's about place. And that's Ngunnawal country. Ngunnawal land, Ngunnawal country.
The First National people. Look, they are the genuine Australian people. And the only thing I can say personally, I don't know anybody else personally, I am thank them to keep this country for us to become here and make our lives. And I say that from my bottom of my heart, I really do. It is, I know a lot of Aboriginal people on the way on my tours. I never struck a better one, personally. Everywhere I need help and I ask for help, I got it with an open heart.
With an open heart?
Yes. So thank them, believe you me. From me, my humble.
And I'm grateful to all the ancestors, all our common ancestors that stretch way back, including all the Greeks, which go back 5,000 years, to the Ngunnawal and the Aboriginal First Nation people, which goes back 60,000 years. So hopefully, if we all get it together in the next few years, we'll have a pretty amazing future. Because I think by then we'll have learnt a few lessons. Hopefully, we'll have a beautiful country. We'll keep on giving.